Prophetic words from Jesus Christ, revealed to Jeff Byerly. Get your affairs in order, my people. You need to be ready for things that are coming upon this earth. Some things have already begun. You need to be ready, most importantly with me, spiritually. Many of you may ask, how do we do this? I say to you, come before me, and ask me yourself. The answer is different for each of you. Once again, let us look to the parable of the wise and foolish virgins. All of them had fallen asleep, but the wise virgins had prepared themselves, by spending time alone with me. They asked, and I filled them, and gave them extra Holy Spirit oil. The foolish virgins are the ones, who were always preoccupied, with all of the things of the physical world. They ask others to pray for them all the time, instead of spending quality time with me personally and asking me themselves. They are always ignoring my word, and trying to get others to hear my voice for them, when I have said that my sheep hear my voice. This is the truth for every one of my sheep. If you cannot hear my voice, that is your own fault, not mine. You need to do something about this, because I am speaking to you. You need to overcome the things of this world. I have given you the power by my Spirit. What is causing you not to hear me? The Holy Spirit that is within you, is more powerful than all of the power of the enemy. Are you spending time alone with me? Are you quieting yourself before me? I have given you those who can help you, but you have to be able to hear me yourself. There is no other way. I am the only one that can give you true peace in the midst of chaos. I do not make order out of chaos. My peace is with you despite the chaos around you. You need to be in the Spirit to realize this peace, because you cannot perceive it with your physical senses. Yes, chaos is coming in the physical realm, more and more every day, but those who walk in the Spirit, shall overcome it in the Spirit, not in the flesh. Your flesh shall fail you, but I never will. I have made you weak on purpose, so that I may be strong in you. The strongest man will not survive what is coming. All that is of the enemy, will not survive. Soon I will destroy all of the evil, chaos, sin and darkness. Satan and everyone that has allowed themselves to be deceived by him, will be cast into the lake of fire, and will be tormented day and night forever. Soon I will destroy all of the chaos and darkness. My fire purifies all that it touches. Sin is like wood, hay and stubble before my holy fire. It will all burn and be consumed. Those who are mine, will glow when my fire is fully poured upon them. The oil that is within them and upon them shall be set ablaze. This is why I have said to be full to overflowing with my Holy Spirit oil. When you are baptized in the Holy Spirit, it can be seen on the outside of you. This is not what saves you, but this is the harvest light. For the harvest shall be reaped in the night, because the day is far spent, and the work has not been completed. It shall be completed before the dawn. After you have gotten closer to me in the Spirit and by the Spirit, then you can ask me what physical preparations that you need to make. A time of scarcity is already beginning, and it will be worse than you have ever seen before, especially in the countries that have had plenty for long periods of time. Some have been called to make many physical preparations, and some absolutely none. If you already have much prepared, do not get rid of them, but you may not be able to use any of it. I may call you to move on a moment's notice, or I may even transport you to a safe location by my angels, or in the Spirit. Yes, these days are coming rapidly. I will show you what you need to get, or I will even have others give it to you. I take care of my own. Have faith in me, and do not worry about what you will eat, or where you will sleep, or even what you will wear. I took care of my people for 40 years in the desert before, even though they were disobedient. You will not have to walk anything even close to that amount of time, trust me. My Spirit is the cloud who guides you by day and the fire that guides you by night. My children, the days that you are in, are dark and evil lurks around every corner, even in the daylight. Violence, hatred, perversion, madness, chaos and death reign all around you, and all these things will grow worse before I return. I call you to know what is coming, and to realize that without me you are completely powerless, to overcome any of it. Do not be afraid of the things that come, know that they are coming, and put all of your faith, hope and trust in me. As the darkness and destruction increases, so will my light and power within my people. My remnant bride, will be able to look death and complete destruction, and will not fear. You will be able to look Satan himself in the face, and you will not fear, but realize that I have you in the palm of my hand, and that no one can take you out of it. Fear, doubt, Unbelief, self-reliance and following after the ways of man, will lead you out of my hands, so be warned. If you do not trust me in what I say, you will be led astray in the days to come. Men's hearts will fail them, for fear of the things that are coming upon the earth. I will give those who do not seek me, over to strong delusion, and they will believe the lies, that those who come upon the earth tell them. You will move mountains in my name, if you trust me no matter what comes. The words that I speak to you now, are more serious than any warning, about any physical destruction or calamity that I could ever give you. The reason that I give you warnings about what is coming, is so that you would hide yourself in me, but how many have actually done this? Some like to think, that they are prepared for every eventuality of disaster and calamity, but you cannot buy protection, from what is coming, from Amazon or Walmart. No matter how much you stock up, it will not be enough, if you don't know me. No matter what kind of fortress you build, it will not withstand the shaking that is coming, if you're not on the rock. I am the only shelter that will stand the coming storm. Every other refuge for you, will be torn apart, smashed, scattered and then set on fire, and utterly destroyed. Nothing that you see around you right now, will survive what is coming. Only those whom have truly found their refuge in me, will remain. They dwell in me and I in them. So I ask you this day, do you truly know me by the Spirit, or do you only have head knowledge of me? Do you know all about me, and have even studied my life and my word, or do you know me intimately? Am I the greatest desire of your heart, or are there many priorities in your life that come before me? Do you only speak of me in your public gatherings, you call church, or do you meet with me in our private chamber? Are you truly born again of the Spirit, or have you just repeated a prayer that meant nothing to you? Do you look at those who talk about me all of the time, as annoying or fanatical, or are you the one who can't help but speak about me, the greatest love of your life? When you try to pray, worship or read the Bible, do you feel that you would rather watch grass grow, or paint dry, or do you wish that you could do these three things all day long? Are there things that you do for me, that I have not asked you to do, but you do them because you rationalize in your mind, that they are pleasing to me, or do you seek my will to see what I would have you do? I know the answer to all these questions, and I want you to examine yourselves before me honestly. Let my Spirit probe the depths of your heart, and see what he will find. What he finds many times, will be very ugly, but I will take it away from you, if you truly want me to. Many of you only know me externally but not internally. You have not truly invited me in, to dine with you, and fellowship with you, and I am still standing at the door and knocking. Will you please let me in? If you are full of my Holy Spirit you will fulfill my law. He leads you into all truth and my law is truth. My commandments are not hard to keep, in the spirit but in the flesh they are impossible to keep. That's why in the Old Covenant, the blood of animals were required because no one could keep the law perfectly. Except I, the perfect Lamb who was slain from before the foundation of the world. I did not do away with my law, I fulfilled it and made the way for all who would receive my Spirit to fulfill it, through my one-time blood sacrifice for all who would accept it. You must abide with me, in the Spirit, so that you do not fall back into sin and fleshly things. Without my Spirit inside of you, you cannot love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your mind. This is the first and great commandment. And the second is like it, you shall love your neighbor as yourself. On these two commandments hang all the law and the prophets. Choose this day who you will serve. Today is the day of salvation. No one is promised tomorrow. You have been given free will, you can accept me or reject me, but I promise you that your best possible outcome is choosing me. I am the way, the truth and the only real, true, full life. All other ways lead to death and everlasting destruction.